Black Friday is one of the most exciting times for consumers around the world. Some big retailers have already began to entice them. This is also promising their clientele of up to a whopping 75% off on certain products. During this month, otherwise known as Black November, some consumers have started to shop around for what they want at these massively discounted prices. But they are not the only ones shopping around. Cyber fraudsters are also shopping around for unsuspecting victims. So while you are looking for bargains, how should you make sure that you don't fall prey to internet fraudsters? To find out more on this, we are joined by Cybersecurity Specialist Mamela Luthuli. Thank you so much for your time on the agenda this morning. So we are looking ahead to Black Friday, and this could, of course, be cause for excitement amongst consumers. And of course, there's also pitfalls to that. What are the red flags that people should be on the lookout for this Black November as we approach Black Friday?
Thank you so much. Yeah, like you mentioned that as there's hype for specials, so are the criminals. They working 24/7 to make sure that they trick you. So the highest red flags is things like urgent emails that you must pay this within this specific time period, asking you to put in your PIN code, asking you to put in your PIN code and to share your password. Those are the red flags. You must know that that is too good to be true. So always be suspicious and verify and double check all the time. But something that needs you to pay immediately, instantly, it's urgent. First, verify it.
I think everyone always, people we know even have stories of how they've fallen victim to this. So I want to know from you, once a person has realized that they have been defrauded while shopping, what should they do?
So the first thing, contact your bank immediately. Don't procrastinate. So any suspicious online payment, first contact your fraud department bank and inform them to quickly block the transaction. That's the first thing you must do. But like I'm saying, that there's no bank that asks you to share your PIN, your ATM PIN code. There's no, you can't share your password. Those are suspicious transactions, and these urgent payments that needs you to pay without verifying. Don't fall prey into that.
As we have this conversation, there's this popular term that says know your market. So is there some sort of a profile that these cyber fraudsters look for as an easy target?
So they profile all of us, but the easy target is your job seekers. They know that you're vulnerable, you're looking for employment, you click any link that says there's job opportunities. Your pensioners, they are also their targets. But all of us are really prone to these kind of tricks. But job seekers and also people that are looking for love on the internet, that's also a very, very big thing now, that they notice the sites you go to. Be careful.
Indeed. Ms. Luthuli, so how big is this problem of cyber fraud in the country?
Oh, it's huge. South Africa is ranked as the sixth in the world as the most vulnerable and the biggest target for hackers. So it tells you how vulnerable we are as the country. And thanks to the Cybercrime Act 19 of 2020, at least it has given some teeth to law enforcement to be able to investigate the cases. But South Africa is really extremely vulnerable and is the target for hackers for various reasons. One of the biggest contributors is the COVID-19 pandemic that has forced many of us to work hybrid or work from home. That has also posed many vulnerabilities. And we have not moved swiftly in terms of making sure that we've got the robust security posture in our environments.
And interestingly, as we're having this conversation, it's not just ordinary South Africans who fall prey to these cyber fraudsters, but companies as well. Talk to us about the mechanisms that they should put in place to perhaps not only protect themselves, but also their clients or consumers.
So companies are the first target, because these guys, they are really looking for huge ransoms to extort from big companies. So any organization should do penetration testing twice a year. Now that is the law. And secondly, is the offline data recoveries. Should you be hacked, because all of us are prone to hacking, it's the matter of when. Should you be hacked, at least you are able to recover your information and back online within 2 to 3 days. So they need to have the security operational centers where they monitor their environment 24/7. That is now, it's no longer an option. It's a must that each and every organization must have those in place. I'm saying, doing pen testing twice a year and making sure that you've got your environment being monitored 24/7 and you are able to detect. Because the main strategy has to be a proactive approach versus being reactive. So if you are proactive, you are able to detect the virus before it spreads to your whole environment, and you can quarantine the machine that has been infected and clean it without having your whole environment being encrypted and you've denied access to service. In that way, you're helping both your organization and your customers.
And clearly, it seems like we are battling, to really nip this problem of cyber fraud in the bud. There's always an issue with it. I want you to talk to us about perhaps the skills gap, if there are any, in the industry, especially in the law enforcement sector, regarding this problem. Why can we not really get a hang of it?
So I think that's the biggest challenge we're currently facing. We're talking fourth industrial revolution and we're leaving out the security aspect of it. Any digital strategy has to be embedded with cybersecurity strategy. That one it's a prerequisite now. And secondly, it's no longer the issue of the KPI of the IT manager or a security manager. In all levels, from board, from the governance perspective, they need to oversee that there are policies and the risk register for any organization is in place. So that's number one. That is now it's a non-negotiable. It's a must. And secondly, from the law enforcement perspective, they are not trained. They don't know. If you go to the police station to report that you've been hacked, they don't know how to handle those type of crimes. So we need to move swiftly in making sure that we train our people and capacitate them as much as we can. That one we're way behind. And even just now from the service side of dealing with cyber crimes, how do we make sure that we reskill and upskill young people? We talk unemployment, but we tend to forget that as much as we've got this huge unemployment, there's also a huge gap, a shortage. I mean, the UN study that was done in 2020, it was showing that there's about 3.5 shortages of cyber skills worldwide. So why don't we upskill and make sure that we accelerate the training as far as cyber skills are concerned? That can also solve both problems of unemployment and the issue of cyber crimes.
And it's very important for us to really bridge the gap. And I think, cybersecurity starts with us as consumers as well. Perhaps talk to us about what elements should be included in education and awareness campaigns to ensure that citizens protect themselves against any form of cyber attacks.
So, we call it social engineering. It's important that each and every organization embarks on cyber awareness. On simple things like when you're getting a notification on your phone that says update your software, click that and make sure that all your softwares are updated, because that is also assisting the security posture of your platform. And secondly, invest on simulating, because the more you simulate, what are the typical activities that the hackers use and you are able to simulate that and resolve that, it makes everyone to be aware. So the engaging activities within the organization so that you get the buy-in of everyone and they understand the importance, because no one is immune into hacking. So training, awareness, simulation, penetration testing, activities, engaging activities within the organization so that everyone understands that if I click on this link, it poses danger for not just for me, but for the whole organization. If I take a USB that is from outside of the organization and I put it into my machine, I can encrypt the whole information of my computer and compromise the whole organization. So these should be daily conversations that are happening on each and every organization.
All right, that is Cybersecurity Specialist Mamela Luthuli on why you should be vigilant online as you continue searching for those deals and bargains ahead of Black Friday.